of Doctor Who and its popularity over the years. For those of you who don't know, Doctor Who is about an alien Time Lord that travels through time and space in the TARDIS, fighting off thousands of monsters and aliens. Doctor Who started off back in 1963 and has now lasted 49 years and is still running today, along with many spin-offs, including Torchwood and the Sarah Jane Adventures. But has the show's popularity grown over the years? Join me now as we travel through time and space to find out. We start off in the 1960s with the first actor to play the Doctor, William Hartnell. Hartnell started off very strong, lasting over 3 seasons and becoming very popular. But by season 4, Hartnell decided to leave the show due to illness. So the writers had to come up with an idea to keep the show running, and that started the idea of regeneration. Regeneration allows the Doctor to undergo a transformation into a new physical form and a somewhat different personality, wherever he's old or wounded. This led Patrick Troughton to replace William Hartnell as the Doctor. Because of this, the public became confused at why the Doctor looked completely different from before. Oh, hello! Thankfully, regeneration worked, and Troughton went on to play the Doctor for another 3 seasons. By season 7, Troughton also left the show, and the role was then handed over to Jon Pertwee, and this is when the show really kicked into high gear. We now move to the 1970s, and along with it came colour television and a new Doctor. Jon Pertwee gave a brand new look to the character with frilled shirts and velvet jackets. This led his Doctor to be nicknamed the Dandy Doctor. Pertwee had a great run of 5 seasons, including a 10th anniversary special featuring himself, Patrick Troughton and William Hartnell. Hello there. The next Doctor to enter the TARDIS was Tom Baker, and he would become the most famous and longest running Doctor to date. At the peak of his popularity, the episode, The City of Death, was the highest rated episode yet.
Tom Baker, yes, he was the one with the scar.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Which
liked
one was your favourite Doctor out of them?
Oh, I think Tom Baker with the scar.
Tom Baker,
Yes.
yeah.
Tom Baker lasted for 7 seasons for 7 years, right into the early 80s, which he then decided to leave the show and hand the job over to Peter Davison. Now Davison had big shoes to fill because everyone loved Tom Baker's Doctor and was still getting over the shock of his departure. So you can imagine the pressure on Davison to do his job role in justice. Thankfully, Peter did a good job as the Doctor, had a successful first season, and starred in the famous 20th anniversary special, The 5 Doctors, alongside all the previous Doctors before him. After 3 years, Davison left the show and handed the key of the TARDIS to Colin Baker. Baker did a decent job as the Doctor and signed on for another 4 years on the show. But after season 22 ended, both fans and critics complained, saying the show had become too violent for kids. Next, season 23 had the story The Trial of the Time Lord, which had 4 stories that connected into one big story. This was the show's attempt to get the show running again, but failed due to low viewing figures. Colin Baker was then booted off a year early from his cut-off date and quickly replaced by Sylvester McCoy. At the time, the cast didn't tell Baker why he was sacked, as he says in this interview to the Sun newspaper, "I couldn't take being sacked, it was such a shock. I'd fought so hard for this show, I was stunned, that I couldn't accept it that Gray didn't have the guts to tell me man to man. If I knew why I was sacked, then I would feel better about it all. But I got fobbed off with an excuse about Gray thinking 3 years as Doctor Who was long enough. The fact is I only made 26 episodes before he cancelled the show. When it started again there were only 14 episodes. Hardly a long run, is it? All I wanted was a proper explanation. Many people believe, as I do, that I had been treated shabbily." Sylvester McCoy's first season started off well with a light-hearted approach clearly intended for a younger audience. However, in the final 2 seasons, the story started choosing dark tones, including looking into the Doctor's past. The show also moved from Saturday to Monday, which meant a clash with Coronation Street. At this point, producer John Nathan Turner decided to cancel the show completely. And at this point, rumours spread that the BBC were actually trying to cancel the show, choosing Sylvester McCoy as the Doctor, Bonnie Langford as his companion, dumbing down the storylines and moving time slots. However, this was never proven. After 7 years, the BBC teamed up with Fox Network to bring the show back with a TV movie in 1996. Sylvester McCoy returned to play the Doctor for the first minutes of the film, to later regenerate into Paul McGann. The film was intended as a pilot to the new series starring McGann as the Doctor. Although it was a rating success in the UK and Australia, the film did not do well on American television, and so the series was scrapped. However, Paul McGann's Doctor lived on in other media, such as comic books, novels, and an audio series that is still continuing on to this day. So thanks to Big Finish Productions, Paul McGann and the other Doctor Who actors that were treated poorly in the show had their time to shine in the audio series. So after another 9 years, Doctor Who finally made its triumphant return in 2005, starring Christopher Eccleston as the Doctor, Billie Piper as the companion Rose Tyler, and Russell T Davies as the head writer of the show. The first series of The New Who was a great success, and both fans and critics praised it for its brand new look and its brand new Doctor. The show signed on for a second series, but Eccleston was not going to appear in it. Eccleston left the show after just 1 year for reasons that are still today unknown. The next actor to play the Doctor was David Tennant. Tennant made his first appearance at the end of the episode The Parting of the Ways, and made his first full appearance in the 2005 Christmas special The Christmas Invasion. In 2006, Tennant starred in the second series of the show. The public loved his performance and praised him as one of the best Doctors yet. During this time, Doctor Who sprouted out 3 spin-offs starring characters from the show. These were Torchwood, which was intended for an older audience, and the Sarah Jane Adventures and K9 that were both for younger viewers. Tennant went on for 3 more years, which had 2 seasons and several holiday specials. He starred alongside many companions played by Billie Piper, Freema Agyeman and Catherine Tate. The episodes that got the most viewing ratings were the Christmas specials, which guest starred Catherine Tate, David Mossery and even Kylie Minogue. Voyage of the Damned was the highest grossing at 13.31 million views, almost beating City of Death. At the National Television Awards of 2008, David Tennant made a full appearance saying that he'll be stepping down as the role of the Doctor.
When Doctor Who returns in 2010, it won't be with me. No, don't make me cry. The 2009 shows will be my last playing the Doctor. I love this part, and I love this show so much.
This then led the public into a frenzy, speculating who will be the next Doctor. The rumoured replacements included James Nesbitt, Robert Carlyle, James McAvery, and even Sean Pertwee, who was the son of John Pertwee. David Tennant played the Doctor for 4 more specials during 2009, and made his final appearance in the 2010 New Year's special, The End of Time Part 2, where he regenerated into Matt Smith. Just like with Peter Davison, Matt Smith had a lot of pressure on his shoulders, following up from David Tennant. Because before his series had even begun, fans were concerned if Matt Smith would make a good performance as the Doctor or not. Thankfully, Matt Smith's Doctor was met with praise from both critics and fans. Martin Anderson of Shadowlocked claimed Matt Smith to be the best Doctor since Tom Baker practically redefined the character in the 1970s. In his review for the Daily Telegraph, David Fuller noted that Matt Smith's quick-paced delivery is a major facet of the success of the current series. As of today, Matt Smith is the current Doctor and so far been in 2 seasons, heading for his 3rd this autumn 2012. So overall, Doctor Who had its ups and downs over the years. Thankfully, the new series and the new Doctor has proven very popular, spawning tons of merchandise including action figures, books and costumes, and growing a large audience which is increasing to this day. Now as Doctor Who heads towards its 50th anniversary next year in 2013, well, this occasion will bring Whovians of all ages together soar the show into new heights, or will it be the biggest upset that could send the show to its downfall once again? Only time will tell.